Good morning everybody, welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video right here on Ethereum. We're going to do a full update. So far so good. I mean it's a if you watch my previous analysis yesterday and my previous prediction, all the moves that we're seeing were completely predicted, right? So in that sense, if you watch those videos, I know last evening was quite intense. I mean, I watched it myself as well. I mean, I had a Bitcoin order, got filled very, very quickly, and then the prices became extremely volatile. Like volatility, honestly, I haven't seen in, I don't know how long, right? I mean, it's been a very long time since I've seen a move like that. And that it's, you know, pretty isolated to Bitcoin. Because if you take a look at Ethereum right now, yeah, it's a shame that we lost some of that bullish momentum that we had over the course of yesterday evening. Yesterday evening, you know, prices were quite strong, and there was actually some volume behind that as well. Same thing for Ethereum, but Ethereum formed a bit of a bearish divergence here. And if you watch my middle of the day market update yesterday, we also said I still think it's quite likely that we are going to get a bit of a pullback, right? Because with the move that we had on Friday, and we've spoken about this extensively, so if you watch these videos, you would have been prepared very much for this. But with the move that we had on Friday, when we actually got some positive development on the fundamentals behind the financial markets, we left a major imbalance, right? So we said, you know, we can drop down into the main level that I always named, was 4,500, 4,400, with a potential to fill you know, so some imbalances a little bit lower. I mean, the imbalances technically go all the way down to 20 or down to 4,260. I think that's very low. I don't think we're going to get there. I think 4,360 is kind of the lowest we can go for now, under the current fundamentals, right? Because although I have to say that the price action over the last 24 hours has been strange, I don't see any fundamentals at this point of time backing a move down lower, right? Bitcoin and the market is at a very strong support level, and the fundamentals are actually definitely not that bad. I mean, the stock market's opened fine. Over the course of the weekend, I spoke about the fact that the probability of a rate cut in September was still, you know, not certain. That has increased, so that's actually positive. So I don't see any reason at this point of time to not expect a bounce from Ethereum at the level we've spoken about the last couple of days. Now, that does mean we can drop down a little bit lower. Like I said, the most important support level is around 4,480, but the entire level where I would expect a bounce is between 4,500 and 4,360. So I do think we can and we will drop down a little bit lower. Could be a spike, could be a slow bleed into that, but from there I do expect support. I expect stability. I'm not certain if we can expect a lot of momentum right here at the end of August. Also knowing that we still have some major news that we're going to get at the end of the week. But I expect stability, and I still expect to move up higher into 5,250. I still think the general financial market fundamentals support that. I think the specific fundamentals for Ethereum, which we also looked at a little bit more extensively yesterday, still support that. So I don't really see, I don't see a reason to step away from this analysis. This has been my analysis for the last couple of days. So yes, I'm sticking by that, but I am remaining critical, right? And if we actually do get some news today, that supports bearish momentum in the markets, right? Because bearish momentum we have seen for Bitcoin, but there's no news and no fundamental supporting that. If that changes, I think Ethereum can drop down lower, right? And I think we can drop down to, you know, potentially 4,100, 4,200 and consolidate. But for now, I don't think there's any reason to believe that or any reason to say that that's most likely. So those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.